All right, next we have on the program Lucile Kellis. Woo. Woo. The woman with the most patience in the entire room.
I'll take it. I'll take it, but I'm not a natural speaker, so I am not used to speak in public, but I'll do my best. So I haven't found any meaning to life yet, but I have 3 points to make tonight. 3 is a very dear number to me.
Do you want to?
If you wish, but
I don't do this to any other woman.
Oh, haha. All right. Can you hear me?
We are legally married.
All right. So can you hear me well? So well, it's number 3. Right. Also, it's number M.
Okay, that's 13.
And then it's also epsilon, and it's also omega.
Oh no, I know where that's going.
Do you?
Yes.
Is that a problem if I go back to the?
I don't know if it's on or not.
Yeah, it's fine. It's the only thing.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So
It's for the recording.
do you think I came up with this? No. Manolis did. When he was about 3, I believe, or so the legend goes. So, yeah. So it's epsilon. And so the dust we are, really. And it's omega, the universe of the universes, the set of universes. I mean, if you follow me. I wish Max Tegmark had been here tonight. He would have told us all about its mathematical universe. If you haven't read the book, it's called The Mathematical Universe. It's very interesting. It's on the omega side, not the epsilon. But my talk today is about the epsilon, the dust we are. Point number 1, by asking ourselves the question, we are, I hope, adding some meaning to our lives. And this process, that's really point number 1, is not unlike religion. Because if we think about it, the process of asking what's the answer, and the process being the answer itself, makes me think of faith. God and religion were created by men to give meaning to their otherwise meaningless existence. The usual story about faith and reason says that faith was invented by men as a way to give meaning. Without God, no meaning, says the religious, but the existentialists too. They say about the same thing. Without God, there is no meaning. And the existentialist says we'll have to find meaning ourselves, because there's no God. So that's point number 2. Pelvis et umbra sumus. So I don't speak Latin. It's a line from Horace, and I don't speak Greek either. But it means we are but dust and shadows. And it's a reminder of how insignificant we are. So I just brought them up, the existentialists. So I can't talk about the meaning of life as a French person without talking about Sartre, Jean-Paul Sartre. And maybe reevaluate his talk, Jean-Paul Sartre talk. Existentialism is a humanism. I think that's how it's translated in English. Existentialisme est un humanisme. And so he claims that in fashioning ourselves, I actually fashion man. And it means that our personality is not built over a previously designed model or precise purpose, but it is up to us, and we have to make a choice, which kind of defeats the purpose of free will, but we have to make a choice of being a human being and to choose and engage into such enterprise. So it reminds me of Malraux and La Condition Humaine, or I think it's called Man's Fate in English. I had to see what was the exact translation, but all of those French thinkers have been thinking about our condition and our human condition and the purpose of life. If Manolis has time, he can talk about, in Greek mythology, there's a Sisyphus or Sisyphos. He told me about that, and I was looking it up. It's a very interesting myth, but I don't have time to talk about that, but it's interesting about this notion of the absurdity of life, and that there is no meaning in the world beyond what meaning we give it. Point number 3, that's my last one, which actually just led me to my last point. Let me say it in Latin again. Pelvis et umbra sumus. So it means we are but dust and shadows. And that's the title of my talk. So I had many, and now I'm going to the omega, finishing my talk, starting with epsilon. But I had many beautiful discussions on the topic of meaning, purpose, and life in the past few weeks, because of course we've been engaging speakers, having dinner with them, and brainstorming about what it is. And the one thing that really blown me away was this one concept that, again, I didn't come up with it, but that after hearing Manolis saying it a few times, it really sinked in, and to me it was eye-opening. And this concept is that biology defies physics. To me, this was a revelation. Biology, or biological life, as we know it, defies the laws of physics. We are dust and we'll go back to dust. And the laws of physics will make sure we go back to dust. Staying alive is going against the law of physics. We have to fight every day to stay alive. Fighting for food, for everything. And that concept to me is just worth all the brainstorming or ideas that we'll have tonight. So pelvis et umbra sumus, we are but dust and shadows. It's like that feeling when you look at the night sky and realize you are nothing compared to the never-ending universe, billion of stars. Literally, we are dust. But I want to come back to one thing, which is optimistic. And even Jean-Paul Sartre says it. I'm just going to quote him. Existentialism, as it's a philosophy of action and once of defining oneself, is actually optimistic and liberating.